to the stream last night and watch the first couple minutes of it.
Wait, hold on. Video?
Yeah. Yeah, so slide over. Yeah, yesterday.
Good
yeah.
One?
Was I playing Valorant at first, or was I playing?
What was you? Yeah, this
is the gun game. Oh yeah, we hit playing that. Oh, I wonder if I want to let you play my past videos because I'm live now.
Oh.
So let's see what it looks like live. Can you see yourself?
Oh, okay.
You just want to throw some music on in the background?
Oh, through the PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll play some on YouTube. That way it's not overly loud.
Tonight.
That should go there. 1 second, y'all.
Didn't the dude rap over this?
Huh?
What was his name? What was that dude's name?
Dax?
Yeah. Was it this beat?
I don't think so. He did the what's poppin', the Jack
Oh,
Harlow.
yeah,
The Jack Harlow.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's chillin'.
Word.
What were we talking about earlier? You just said something. I was like, yeah, bro, that's a good point. Wait till I start the stream and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because I know we was talking about influences.
That green box. The one closest to us, second two. You grab me one of them out.
Green box closest to us.
Yep. It just slides and you push the side. Push it. Yeah. I'm caveman.
1, 2.
This one. Yep. These are all-in-one things now.
like instruction is key. You know,
Instruction is key.
it's like don't cave, man. Wow. That,
You think about even like the machines, how far along they come.
mm-hmm.
Cause remember, before it used to be like the needle on the bar, then you put in the tube, you adjust them. But this is just that's it, all in one. Be awesome.
So does it feel the same? Like,
So if it was better, so if you think about before, like so imagine this before, you're kind of holding it like this, so this weight's kind of chilling behind you. So imagine if that was this was like your pen was attached to that. Like imagine that chilling behind you. Imagine if that was the weight at the back of your pen, and you're trying to write, right? Versus here's your marker, you know.
yeah,
Big difference, you know.
that's crazy.
So yeah, technology's come a long way, tattoos have come a long way.
That's crazy though. I didn't realize that those guns were that heavy.
And
Wow.
awkward too, because again, like I said, remember, imagine, I don't have any shoes on, but it's just chilling behind you, so your wrist kind of gets tired, one out. This, you know, you can kind of just keep chilling, like you're drawing.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
All you do, you just twist it like this, right? That adjusts your flow, how far the needle's sticking out, all that stuff. But it's expensive though, $500 for this thing.
Hey, you gotta.
Listen, it's an investment, you know.
Yeah,
And,
right.
you know, as long as you're serious about your craft, you're gonna make that back.
Easy. Man, I'm just like, cause you know, like sometimes my sessions be far in between, so I'm just like awaiting for that initial contact of the needle. Like, oh, we here.
That's my life all the time. Working on it.
Right, when he said that, I felt that. Like,
I was telling the other man, I was like, my weekend is Monday and Wednesday.
man, like,
I can't take a race weekend. It's Monday.
yeah, and how I was grinding, man, like, I was, the weekend seemed like I was still working.
Mm-hmm.
So, cause I had made a little video, like, you know, like a little funny skit, like, with that song playing in the background, and it was just like, I still had my laptop, and like, you know, it was quote unquote the weekend, and I was, you know, simulating that I was working. It was funny, but it's just like you just said, bro, sometimes it's too much money to be off, quote unquote. Having done my taxes,
Turned up. There we go. Yeah, mic's picking up good. We don't need no desktop audio. Good. Alright. Appreciate everybody checking it out.
Yo.
So right now we're working on some old cover-up pieces. A little bit of both. Some things I started before in the past. Some things we're fixing, covering up, redoing. Where we're doing like a UFO type ship, taking a cow off of Earth right now. This whole sleeve is based around energy galaxy type theme. Goes with my boy's company, FWAG.
Check us out.
Yeah, tell them about it, man.
Yeah, it's basically a positivity movement. FWAG stands for Energy Flows Where Attention Goes. And it's basically, you know, taking, even though life is hard sometimes, you roll with the punches and use a positive mindset that, you know, think about your goals and dreams and things you want to do with a positive light. So, you know, I just you know, live this lifestyle and it just comes out basically through everything I do myself. But, you know, I just try to encourage others that, you know, we all got something that we're talented at, you know, or great at. And, you know, just harness that energy and just be positive about it. And you'll definitely get a, you know, positive outcome at the end of it all. So, you know, so my ink, everything is all centered around that. But, you know, FYI is for everybody, you know. James is a, you know, tattoo artist. So, you know, that's his FYI, and he helps other people because, you know, we want this art. So that's his way of, you know, putting back that good energy back, you know, into the universe his way. So, and we all got that in some way, shape, or form. So it's just dope to, you know, pass that along to others. So if you want to check us out, we at FWAG underscore official on Instagram, or you can check out mine, Timmy the Tech Guy on Instagram.
I got both links are posted right underneath the video if y'all want to check them out. But yeah, I mean, going back to like you said, you know how it's the dual energy type thing. You know, you like we talked about earlier, you came in with your original idea, which, you know, the idea, the concept was good, but then I took, you know, my creative side behind it, my energy, and we made it into something. You know, we made it into something else.
Yeah, man, definitely.
You know, it became this. It became this whole. You know, when he first came in, he had this idea of, I think, what was it, just like A Little Planet or something, or you wanted just FWAG.
Yeah.
He wanted just the word FWAG on his forearm.
With a galaxy background.
And I'd asked him, I said, well, you know, what's your plan? Do you want? He's like, you know, I kinda, because he talked about the galaxy thing. And I was like, well, what if instead, you know, we decided to do a whole galaxy thing, and we just kind of put that FWAG idea, that mentality, that notion behind it, and, you know, then we can still put it in certain areas, certain parts of it.
I need this for.
Okay, no, I'll get it later.
Mommy needs it now.
Okay, tell her to come around the front door. Yeah, go around the front door to get it.
I'm ready too.
Nice. But yeah, you know, by him, you know, trusting me as an artist and the vibe I put out, and he felt comfortable with it, and not only did it turn into a bigger tattoo, something we're both more happy with, but, you know, it turned into a friendship over the years too. He originally came into me, what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, probably 6. It's probably 6 because it's longer than I've had Aubrey.
Yeah.
Longer than I've had Apollo, and he drove us there.
Fact.
Might be 7 years, bro. You know what? That's what it was, because I saw on my Facebook. I saw it was one of those like 7 years ago type shit, and I had Miguel, that wolf.
Yeah.
Remember that Native American shit I did on his? That was 7 years ago. Because then you came to me right after that.
100. Yeah. So, bruh.
Right behind the trash can, baby. There you go.
And that was like the beauty of it, because I'm like, man, I had tattoos prior. Shout out to all the other people who worked on me, but it's like when you get that certain like you said, that comfortable relationship with somebody to where you can trust their vision for something, you know, bringing your ideas to life, bro. That's like the best, man. That's why, you know, I stayed loyal, because, you know, it's like it's more than just the tattoo itself. You know, I've gained so much knowledge of just, you know, tattoos in general that, you know, I'm able to spot out, you know, certain things based off of your recommendations, you know, so. Cause like you almost said it verbatim how it happened, like, you know, cause like I was like, yeah, let me get it, you know, in big letters on my forearm. He was like, well, we'll just put it through, and I have it in so many different spots on my arm. It's just like, oh, it says it right there too. Oh, right there. And instead of just one big, you know, and I could have worked around it eventually, but, you know, we kind of saved ourselves a lot of
unnecessary things.
Yeah, and, you know, space.
Yeah.
To do other things, so.
Yeah, it's always tough, you know. I mean, but it's always good, like, to trust an artist. Cause like I said earlier too, if you walk in, first of all, if you just walking into a random person, I don't care. You don't have to come to me, you don't come to me, but you should always do, you know, your homework. Look at their art style. Look at what they do. Look at past clients. Because there's certain things I don't do. I don't really like doing like color new school, and I would be lying to you if I said I could. But there's people out there who would just take your money, saying that they can do it, like we talked about before, because they want to make a buck. But then you leaving, looking at your shit, going, "What the, you know?" It's not at all what you wanted. And then you having to find a whole nother artist so that you can try to get it covered up,
and at that point you know it would be hard, or not even hard, but people don't often do that research again to see that new artist that they're going to, their style, their past client, and sometimes they just rush and try to get a cover up, and then you can still possibly be unhappy. So it's just like conversations like this is what I kind of try to help people with. When they're getting tattoos, because some of my younger friends, they get tattoos, and some of them are cool, and then some of them I can look at it from a experienced person getting tattooed that in a little bit you're gonna regret that. I know it. And then months later, like, yeah, I got this. I don't like it. It's like so I just take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, there's some things you can try to look for a deal for in life. Oh, hey, what's going on, Matt? I appreciate it. Check out the replay later then. But yeah, you don't wanna look back later and be like, dang, I wish I'd have done this, wish I'd have done that. I should have listened. I should have did it bigger. That's the other thing too. I get a lot. I get a lot of times I get people, like, I'll drop a stencil, I'll put it on, and they'll be like, dang, I don't know, it's kind of big. Especially like on guys, like their first tattoos, stuff like that. And I'm like, look, I may seem big, but I promise, if I do it the size you were thinking, you're gonna look at it in a couple months and be like, man, that should look stupid on my arm. It's too little.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna have it. You might as well. Ain't no point in trying to hide it.
So do you have like a tattoo that you would say, and I know you have a lot of art that you've done over time, but does one stick out to you as like, man, I had the most fun doing this piece, or this was a piece that really, for your own self was like something that you were the most proud of? As you are with them all, but is it a specific one?
I don't know if I would say like one, but it's definitely like full pieces. Like, your arm here for the most part is most of all my work. So it's cool, like, when you actually get to see that project through and through the whole way, because then you see, because it's like you talked about in the beginning, when you first looked at your arm, there were certain spots where it looked kind of like, maybe it was too dark, maybe it was this. But the fact that you stuck through it, you waited till the end, you trusted in me, and I would look at it, and it's like you said, you get compliments all the time. People love it, and those are the kind of pieces that are my favorite, because it's easy for me to see the vision in my head of what the end game is going to be. But I don't always get to do that because maybe the client didn't quite see it yet, or maybe something came up, maybe money situation, whatever. So we never got to get to that point. And those are always kind of like the bummer for me.
Yeah, I can understand.
But I would say like your left arm is one of my favorites because it was, I would say, it's the first time I ever did like a galaxy type theme on a darker complexion person. Because like we talked about before, it's really hard to get that contrast to where everything's gonna look good. So it was like a challenge, but then I was really happy with the way it came out. You were happy, and obviously there's a lot of people who see it, really like it. But it could have just as easily been you got done with that one session, maybe you didn't like it, it was too dark, and it never was to be.
But man, and that's another good part about it is like like you said, 7 years ago, bro. Like from that point to think 7 years and look at my arm and I'm still satisfied, and being more satisfied over time, like it's just a good feeling, man.
What's going on, everybody? 176 watching.
Lit.
So don't start crying now, man.
Oh man.
He's like, damn, bro, we gotta call me out like that.
I don't even know where.
You messing with old Betsy the cow over here.
Oh, bro. Yeah. See, and that's another thing. Sometimes the needle plays tricks. Like you think you in one spot, but you know you can feel it in a different spot.
Yeah. For those of y'all watching too, we'll take like little breaks here and there, and definitely at the end I'll show, you know, a quick little picture video type thing of what we did today, so you guys understand the progression going on here. But today was mostly just kind of getting a first stream out there of a tattoo session, live session. And I wanted today to be more of like a question and answer discussion topic type thing. You know, so if anybody out there has anything, wants to comment anything, you know, please do so. Otherwise, we'll just kind of keep BSing.
Bobbing, kicking it.
That's right. You ever check your Prime sub thing?
Oh no.
So, do you have it linked to your account?
Do I have?
Go back to your Twitch, your stream, like my stream you was watching. And there, your Twitch, top right. All right, to the right, up one more level. Hit subscribe. What's it say? That's for the token. All right, click on that token. See what it says. Click on the bottom where it says subscribe. That's weird. Type in the chat real quick. I want to see if the little thing comes up next to your name.
Okay.
Oh, word. There you go. All right, so you don't have your thing linked. So go to like your browser and go to twitchprime.com. You said you got Amazon Prime, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm assuming I have to sign in.
Yeah, what is that? You feel like your Amazon login or whatever? What's it saying?
I'm logging in and stuff.
Oh, okay.
City, girl. Oh yeah, here we go. Still we got.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole.
Yeesh. My bad. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. We'll be fixing a few things here. We'll be back at it. There we go. Gucci. What happened? You went to Twitch Prime.
So I think it said activate. Oh, link with Twitch account. Link account.
I think what I'm gonna start doing is start telling my clients, right? Because mad people have Amazon Prime, but they don't realize that if you link it to your Twitch, because Amazon bought Twitch, that you get a free subscriber. And shit, if I start telling my clients whoever has Amazon, get most people get all of them to subscribe.
Yeah.
I get $5 a month per subscriber, or some of that makes a little less, but most people are using that shit. And it's free. You know, it literally don't cost you nothing. If you already have Amazon, obviously.
So wait, you get a free subscriber per month.
Mhm.
So next month I can subscribe to somebody else.
Mhm. What you trying to say, dude? Yeah, sir. Man, that's the main name, tattoo guy, or the tattoo man. So I'm a full-time tattoo artist, part-time professional gamer. Today we're just kind of hanging out. What's going on, Reg? Today we're just kind of hanging out, doing a little discussion, talking about tattoos. Funny story, actually. You know, TheRealRegg over there has this beautiful butterfly tramp stamp right on his lower back.
Oh wow.
Hey, thanks for the cheers, man. So like all those little things, I get paid for those.
So now mine should have changed, right?
Yeah, so see now you got the Twitch Prime jank. You got the little crown.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that once you're a subscriber, like you don't have to watch ads on my channel,
Oh, so
and you get like special emotes and stuff, like ones that I design.
well, that is lit, man.
And like I said, it helps support me, obviously. But yeah, with your Twitch Prime, so pretty much at the end of each month, whenever the time's up, you can either resub to that same channel, or you can sub to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it gives me basically it gives you a 1 month sub for free to my channel, and then next month you can take that. Every month you get a new free sub.
But they don't compile on each other. You just
Nah, because you can only subscribe to one. Well, you can pay to subscribe as many people as you want, obviously.
Okay.
But Twitch gives you each month. They be like, who do you want to pick this month? Who do you want to pick this month? You can't be like, yeah, okay, I haven't picked nobody for 3 months. I'm gonna sub to you and you all the same month.
Okay, that makes sense. I got you.
They be like, nah, you get one free one, and then you can pay $5 for each one after that.
And is that a recurring $5, or you do it 5 months and you sub to them?
Oh, Miguel checking us up. There's that. We got 210 watching. What's going on, Miguel? What's going on, Reggie?
Yo.
Y'all want to chat in, man? We're talking about Miguel. We're just talking about you, actually. We're talking about we're trying to figure out how long ago it was when y'all first started coming. And then I remember I saw on Facebook, I saw one of those like 7 years ago, Jane, and it was your that Native American wolf shit I did on you. That was 7 years ago, bro.
Dang, yo, time be flying, yo.
It does.
Flying, bro. And that painting in front of you, like, you got that somewhere special, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I got that one in Ohio, but the one inside my house, so that one's by Salvador Dali, and that one's just a reprint. Yeah, long time. Get one free sub. Always trying. You got next. I only tattoo subscribers, son. So you know, you gotta hit that sub button. Link your. I know you got Amazon Prime, Miguel. Have my boy Reggie walk you through the process. Timmy just got done doing it. You link your. You just go to twitchprime.com. Link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch, and you get a free subscription. Tim got his. You know, I still haven't seen him subscribe yet, but yeah, Reggie, you're a subscriber, man. Come on in. So what's it do now when you hit subscribe?
Oh,
Yeah, so you ain't subscribed yet. It's just you have it on your now that it's linked. So it doesn't ask you for a token no more, does it? Does it say like you have like your free shit or whatever?
let's see. Redeem. Let me see if I'm gonna close that. Let me go back.
Yeah, you followed and everything, but you gotta go to Twitch Prime, Miguel. Just send the real Reg, you know, your credit card, front and back of your ID, passport if possible, your social, and take care of you. And give me 500 subscribers. Miguel got money, bro. He can afford it.
Let's see. So,
After I start doing stuff like this, I'll get people, like, you know, if we stream a session or something, I'll give them like a little bit off the tattoo. Or if you're subscribed to my channel, you know, give you like 10% off on tattoos, something like that. I copy the fingerprint.
so I don't think mine is.
Yeah, well, if you're a subscriber, son, you know, gotta watch the ads. It's one of the perks, man. So hurry up and get that subscriber done. You won't have to watch them ads. And you better not skip the ad either, bro. That's how I get paid. You watch that whole commercial, the whole thing. I was saying, for those of y'all just watching, checking it out, we're doing we're working right now on like a UFO that's abducting a cow off of the earth he has on his shoulder. I'll show you guys some videos. We'll do some close-ups here in a little bit, and when we take a break, we'll keep progressing through it.
It's lit.
It's lit.
Yeah, during the break, we gonna have to cause it's Prime Gaming, right?
Yeah, you got to link to your account because it's coming up in your chat.
But on Twitch it says I don't got no active subs.
Wait, you ain't subscribed to nobody yet.
Daddy,
What's up?
now me and mommy can see you
I know.
while watching you.
I love you. Go hang out inside, okay?
you on the phone.
Okay.
Be watching.
Well, tell her to write something.
Huh?
Well, tell her to write something.
Okay.
Make me a sandwich before I get mad. No, I can't joke. She in here. She watching. Shit. Shit. You see somebody trolling on her name? He said, bro, you should have told him. You didn't tell him you're left-handed?
Oh, wow.
I know I'm normally left-handed, bro, but this is a challenge, stream. Trying to see if we can do okay with the opposite hand.
You know, bro, I had to challenge myself like that while fixing the iPad. Cause like my right hand was like feeling a little weird, so I had to unscrew things with the left.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I looked at it as a challenge. Like
Yeah.
if I had to, could I get things done with the left?
Right. If zombie apocalypse happens and that hand gets chopped off because it got bit, and you don't have no practice with that left.
What you gonna do?
Survival of the fittest, fam. You out.
You gotta get right with the left.
All right.
You left-handed generally?
Nah, not left-handed.
Yo,
I've been tattooing you for 7 years. You asked me if I'm left-handed.
bro, it's like, oh, wait a minute. But yo, you're human.
He's like, damn, bro, you really played the long con here. 7 years. You really been playing off that joke, huh?
Man, bro, come on, man. Hey, that's one thing about your humor, bro. It's like
You can't tell.
yeah, and I thought I was good. Bro, I really be thinking wait a minute. Hey, bro, you'll notice I looked over my shoulder what shit is he talking about? What? Oh,
That's
man.
drama, bro.
Oh, my God.
That'd be good. I wonder if Twitch is gonna mute my stream.
Oh,
Can everybody still hear? Y'all can still hear me, right? I didn't get muted, did I? I might not. See, I think there's something 'cause I'm not directly playing it. I was playing. I was just his headphones, bro. From the section.
Wow.
His headphones is loud. I wasn't playing it. I wasn't.
But it should be low enough. Cause I know
That's kind of why I feel they're really weird with what you can, what you can't do, how loud a background noise can be, because they get weird sometimes. Even if you have there's certain things you can't have displayed or visualized, or ads, brands for a certain amount of time without having that agreement. Client is y'all can't hear the client.
Yo, testing 1, 2, 3. It's your boy.
It's picking up. I see the levels. It might have just been a little more quiet. Let me do this.
Oh yeah, or maybe I have my head turned. Maybe.
Just probably put my light down, man. Get the angle. Katie's probably like, I got you this brand new Yeti mic and you're not using it. That's what she's gonna say. She gonna yell at me.
Yo, testing. We out here.
Now we muted. Alright.
That was good.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we can't. Hey, I'm about to feel how in the sports, when they have you mic'd up during the game.
Yeah.
That boy mic'd up during the tight session. I'm pumped up, y'all. I'm pumped.
The sound is good on my end. Nobody cares about you, Miguel. About to get Miguel in here so people can see what it's like when a client starts crying during a session.
That's all I can say right now, because I know if I stay more on tape, they gonna try to crucify me in the group chat.
Exactly. You gotta be careful. They gonna have you on video. Evan Miguel, he gonna clip it. Whatever you say, clip it, send it.
Come on, man. Come on.
What y'all want to hear about? Questions, answers. Miguel don't ask. I don't know. Miguel don't ask something. What's your availability like?
Click the link in the bio. But yeah, man, like this is definitely a dope thing to do. Like, you know, and if you do get more people like, you know, that's down to do it, it could create for a good, you know, catalog of content.
Yeah.
Getting different experiences, their views, what keeps them coming back to you, you know?
Yep. As much as we made dollar theory, yeah. But I think I've probably told damn near every like close client that I have a conversation with about my Mandala end of the world theories.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about that, didn't I?
Refresh my memory.
Where I was saying like, how the world really ended back in 2012 and how there's certain shit that's different
Mm-hmm.
and we just not realizing it.
Yeah, tell me about that, cause we talk about so much stuff, bro. But
So it all started with me. I was talking to a client. We was talking about like old Disney movies, right?
mm-hmm.
And I was telling him, I was like, man, yeah, I remember this movie. You know, this Disney movie.
Before you go into that,
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. To where in the movie it said something, but now if you listen
It's
to
different.
it again, it's different.
Yeah. So there's certain things of that. So how it
Okay.
started with me was I remember this Disney movie with Sinbad. You remember Sinbad? Light skinned comedian dude.
Yeah, 100.
I remember him. He was a genie, right? And they were, you know, it was a Disney movie. He had his little kids. He had like his little purple like head wrap jank on,
Uh-huh.
and you know he would like cross his arms and he'd be like Shazam, you know, when he
Yeah.
and I like vividly remember this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I started looking it up online because my client was like, he's like, I kind of remember it, but I don't remember. I was like, yeah, I can't remember the name, whatever. And I was trying to find it, and we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? And then I started seeing all these other forums and people talking about it. They're like, yo, anybody else remember like Sinbad playing a genie in a movie? And everybody's like, yeah, bro, we can't find it. And I was like, what the fuck? So I came across this thing. It's called the Mandala effect. And what it states is essentially some sort of event, some sort of thing happened that essentially caused our universe to collapse on itself. Whether it was a black hole, whether we all died. But it goes behind the theory of when you kind of like Avengers, you know, if you may have died here, but you can still go to the other part of the timeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can still be alive because you're in a parallel universe.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was our whole universe crossed into another universe that was pretty much just as similar as ours. Because, you know, they say that there's infinite possibilities out there. There's a universe out there where instead of you coming for your session today, you know, maybe you didn't wake up this morning or your car broke down or, you know. So it was our closest existence to our current universe. But what happened was now that we crossed into that, there are certain things that are different, just slightly different, but we haven't quite realized them yet.
Mm-hmm.
So things like E.T., you know, the extraterrestrial, remember that movie?
Yeah.
What's the famous line from that movie?
E.T. phone home.
Exactly, right? That's what you would think, but you're wrong.
What is
Now it's E.T. home phone.
E.T. home phone?
Yeah, but it's like, but even like I have like books and shit, like kids books that says E.T. phone home. People always say you see it on T-shirts.
Yo.
So it's like, so how did so many people get it wrong? Is it that half the population got it wrong, or is it this we're in this mix between these two worlds, or maybe just that small little thing in the code is different?
Because one of Lil Wayne's most popular
Slide up with
lyrics
me a little
was,
bit.
he said that, like on the Carter 3 song, E.T.
Yeah.
phone home.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to hit the gym, y'all. Don't mind. Dad vibe. How you got a dad vibe with no kids, bitch?
Yeah, so when you think about stuff like that, it's just
Yeah.
it's different.
It was another thing like that as well.
You remember the Bernstein Bears books when we were little? They had
Yeah.
that gold. They had the gold. Whatever you call it, the edge of the book.
I think so.
So there's actually a universe where James and I end up together and not him and Katie.
Wow. That boy.
Yeah. You know it, buddy. But shit, what was I saying? Oh, Bernstein Bears, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The how you spell it? Chat, how you spell Bernstein Bears when you think about it at the top of your head?
Bruh. I mean, Berenstein.
Yeah, I mean just
E-A-R-E.
the sting. The sting's the only part I care about. How you spell?
I figured that. So I would say S-T-I-E-N.
Yeah, but you would think E-N, right? Bernstein
Yeah.
Bears,
Yeah.
right? So if you look it up now, you can't find anywhere spelled like that. It's Bernstein, S-T-A-I-N, Bernstein Bears. And I was like, nah, I never remember it spelled that way. That's weird.
Bernstein.
And that could just be something. Some people would say, like my boy Matt Beard, who was on there talking earlier. Me and him were talking about it in a call earlier, and he's like, that could just be something from your childhood. You know, maybe you mispronounced it, heard it differently, and that's the reason why you associate it as Bernstein instead of Bernstein. Whatever. But my thing was like, okay, I could understand that if it was like just me.
Yeah.
But there's so many people out there who all say Bernstein. So you tell me everybody just had a fucking speech impediment, fucked it up.
Yeah.
And then now you're saying like, oh, okay, well now that we're educated, then we know how to properly say something.
Cause it was another thing like that. It's like maybe like I think it had something to do with Forrest Gump.
Yeah. All right. So we always say what's the quote we always say? Life is like
like a box of chocolates.
life is like a box of chocolates because you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now if you watch the movie, it says life was like a box of chocolates. But that doesn't make sense because if it was like a box of chocolates, it's past tense. When a box of chocolates is past tense, you knew what the hell you ate. You knew what each one was. If it's a current present tense of is like a box of chocolates, you don't know you're grabbing candy. You don't know which, if that's caramel filled, whatever. You don't know. And again, that could get broken down into like maybe we heard it wrong and that's how we associated it. Or originally it was said wrong in the movie, but we just kind of self-corrected it within our brain.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, how is it this many people? It's on t-shirts, it's on hats, it's on bumper stickers, it's, you see that kind of shit everywhere.
Yeah, man. See, me, like, stuff like that, I just be like, I listen to the theories and I just be like, I think about them and I'm just like, I don't know the answer, but I'm not opposed to that being something that actually happened, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
What about Monopoly?
Talk
Right.
to me.
What's the Monopoly guy? What's he known for? If you picture like the logo for Monopoly, how you picture him looking? If you had to describe it to a police sketch artist.
He's like a white cartoonist.
But we know it's a rich white male, man. Like what?
A banker?
Yeah, but what's he got? What symbols? He got like a top hat. And what's the Monopoly guy known for? What else? Do you remember anything around his eye? The monocle, right?
The monocle don't, yeah.
Because even if you watch like you seen Ace Ventura, like When Nature Calls.
That's where you lose me when I don't watch.
You ever seen Ace Ventura?
No.
With Jim Carrey? Bro, you tripping.
I know.
You tripping. She tripping.
All
right. So anyways, when you think of Monopoly Man, you think of like a top hat and a monocle.
Okay. Yeah.
But he's never had a monocle.
Okay. So with
So
that,
now if you look at the logo, he's never had it, and you're like.
So I know this might sound funny, but are you getting mixed up with the Planner's Peanut?
And that's what a lot of people say. They go, "Oh, you're thinking of the Planner's Peanut dude."
Because I know he got the
but my thing is again too, when you watch like Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey, When Nature Calls, he's like an animal rights activist person, and he sees this like rich old white guy with like a younger wife who's wearing like a fox fur scarf.
Yeah.
And he like knocks the old guy out. He's like, "Look, it's the Monopoly guy," and it's an old white dude wearing a monocle on the top hat, and he's like fucking with him.
Damn.
So it's like, maybe I could be confusing it. But again, how did millions of people confuse it? How is it literally in a top Hollywood movie of them making the reference with a monocle? Like, you're telling me that many people on that high of a level are confusing it?
And bro, and like, so for me specifically, bro.
Oh, my fault.
You trying to knock me out on live? Hey, yo.
That's assault, brother. I ain't signed that waiver.
Hey, but nah, bro, no funny stuff. Like, the way I be thinking, bro, it's like so much stuff that like we don't even know, bro.
In this stream, I'm knocking them out. Pow! We're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to y'all in a minute.
We're gonna take a quick break. But if y'all want to see
that's dope, yo.
So far, there we go. We kind of bringing in like this UFO cloud thing. You see some other stuff we're talking about, you know, like the outer space, rocket ships, F-Wag, you know, type
Toy
stuff.
Story aliens.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know you was gonna do it like that, though. That, wow.
That was for not. Somebody said you got hit in the head for not watching Ace Ventura.
That, hey. What? I'm gonna have to watch Ace Ventura then to see what it's about.
Yeah,
Cause I fuck with Jim Carrey.
All right, y'all. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. If y'all could please check out the ad for me, help support the channel. I really appreciate you. We'll be right back. almost back at it, everybody. Fixing a few things real quick. And we're going to get back to the tattoo session. Working on the weekend like usual.
Okay, camera setting.
We just checking something out, then we back at it, y'all. Check some music out here. Go dead on me. There we go.
Alright, here we go.
Feeling good, feeling alright.
Yours is the tattoo man, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to take all day. Because when I try to reset my password, it just logs me in on my phone. So it says hit subscribe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so subscribe free.
Okay. Alright, so now I should be subscribed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Work?
My man Tim, shout out for the sub, brother.
Yeah. Told you, man, ain't no scat in my rap, man.
Alright, y'all, we're good. We're back at it. Yeah, we still got a little delay rocking. You got my gloves over there? This works out good, man. I can see how pretty I look all day.
Go ahead, man.
Now this music more and more. Relaxation.
what changed on that side? Oh, it said, I see it. It's subscribed.
Yeah. So it gives like the notifications, stuff like that. So now like, if you go like into my, like if you hit like the emote little button like in chat, so now you can use like my subscriber emotes, which has like my like TTM logo for the tattoo man. And then I have my working class gaming logo, the WCG, and then I have like a bearded little caricature I drew, doing like a thumbs up. And then if you like ever watching, like you won't have to watch the ads and shit, like you saw like Miguel was talking about.
Yeah.
Did Miguel ever subscribe either? You better set your shit up if you still watching. There you go, flex on your tongue. Look, yeah, I'm subscribing. I'm helping my boy out. I'm supporting him.
Facts, man. You got support, man. Real supporters subscribe, man.
Right. But Miguel's quick to want to hook up though.
Gotta subscribe, man.
We do appreciate everybody hanging out, having conversation, chilling with us.
Bro,
watching the process.
Bro, seeing the stencil, bro, I didn't know you was gonna do it like that. Cause now it's like, wow.
Yeah. Make more sense now. Huh?
Yeah, cause I was like, first of all, I was like, how is he gonna turn this into anything? Looking at what it was, it's like, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it helps kind of cover up some of that old earth,
Yeah.
but like in a cool way, you know.
Yeah. But I think the beam though, I didn't realize it was gonna be negative like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, wow.
I told you, man. I got the tricks. We gonna make shit pop.
Pop, exactly. Cause now the cow, which I was like, I don't know if people gonna know if that's a cow, but
Yeah.
that's like the focal point of that. Wow.
Now it stands out like crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Again, it's something that you're gonna be able to see from a distance and be like, yo,
You got a cow? Yeah.
like, yo, you got a dang cow getting abducted on his shoulder, bro. I can see that shit from across the room.
And that's what we was talking about. How like you give the idea and then you just gotta trust that, you know, it's gonna work out.
Cause like you said, you could have easily got done with that first session we did on it and be like, bro, I don't know, man. Like I don't really see it. Yeah, I'm gonna go to somebody else and just get this shit like fixed or covered up, you know. But then you trust and you see it, then you go, oh shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah, but if you don't have that trust, you know, if you're not feeling that energy, it, you know, you're not gonna get to that point.
Facts, and then it's like the same thing with life, man. Like the whole F-flag, you know, lifestyle is like, man, just like we said, you just gotta trust your journey, you know, through all your struggles, through all, you know, the times that you feel lower, that, you know, if you stick it out, just like we stuck out with this tattoo sleeve, you know, there's beauty in, you know, the finishing product, even after those struggles. So, you know.
It's one of those things, like I said, I'm not saying you always have to trust in me, that person, or whatever artist you're looking at, talking to, but you need to do your research, see if that's the person you like, and if you choose them and you get something started, you know, if you're going to trust them to start it, trust them enough to let them finish it.
100.
Because it's just like any process. You know, I could come in with watching you fix a phone, and I'm sure there's a lot of shit you probably taking apart and pulling out, and I'd probably look at it and be like, bro, what are you doing, man? You destroying my phone. You know, I might be panicking. But in your mind, you're like, bro, it's the process, bro. Like, cause you can see that ending. You know what's next. You know that next step before you even do it.
Yeah.
But again, that's why we trust that person. We're paying for whatever service it is. You know, you just always gotta do your research, read your reviews, see the prior work.
But I'm definitely excited for that painting though, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
I was kind of thinking about that. Like that was kind of the thing I was thinking about doing. Cause I was gonna do a live stream and me painting my wall while playing a game. But then I'm also gonna do on that big canvas, do like a live stream, like spray paint type shit.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know when I'm doing that stream, so you can watch me doing that shit live.
Yeah.
At least parts of it, you know.
Yeah. We'll definitely talk about that. And I think for me, I like the consistency that we built as well, though, because you know, and it all depends on what a specific person is looking for. But I like how I don't have to try to match creativity. You know, like you worked on one part, this person worked on another part, and now you got to try to make a new person see the vision that you know you had already started building with, you know, one artist. So and then you know, not everybody sees things the same way. You know, so it's just
No.
like it's me personally. Like I just like the whole consistency factor. Like you know, and then also from a perspective of I've seen you grow as an artist too. You know, certain things that you did early on, like I can see that you definitely progressed. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
it's just like it's kind of like a dual, like you know, appreciation. Like you getting to see your work for yourself, and I'm getting to see like, wow, he actually has gotten way better, even when I thought you were good back then. You know?
Yeah. Well, I do this. I mean, I still do the same thing. I'll look at work, you know, I might have done years ago, and even like years ago, I'm like, yo, that shit came out sick. Whatever. I'll look at it now and be like, damn, yeah, I'd have done this different or that different. I'd have switched this up instead, or you know, I stopped doing things that way because I found out I like doing it this way better. And you know, it's just that constant thing. You know, I mean, you know me, I feel like I'm constantly trying to better myself or learn something new or push myself, and you're the same way. I think a lot of the same people we both hang out with are the same way.
Yeah.
They're very, I mean, like Miguel. Miguel's one of the most hustling dudes I've ever seen in my life.
100, man.
But I mean, I respect that, and it's just like you. I mean, you're doing a million different things. You know, you, like even while you're doing all the phone stuff and everything else, you were still going back and getting your certifications, getting some like IT shit, and then you did that, and then you went through that whole process of getting, was like your clearance and all that, and you said you had another interview today. Good thing. You know, you're constantly trying to, you know, you're not content.
Yeah.
And it's not that you're greedy, but it's that you just constantly want to do better, be better overall in life. Not just in work or money, you know, with relationships, friends. Again, going back to the whole like FOA thing that you talk about, you know, your company. It's all about putting that good vibe out there in all areas of life, not just focusing hard on another and letting another fall behind. You know, it's that energy is gonna go where you put it, and that energy is gonna come back where you put it.
That's man, that's like exactly what the beauty of it is, man. Because you know, I just try to get others to, you know, see that we all got gifts and everything, man. It's just like you said, using all this stuff to be like better as a person, you know, not even for financial gain or any of that, just to be, you know, just an overall better person. Not perfect, but just be better than you were yesterday and consistently grow, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and that's what it is. Like nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Yeah. But if you keep waking up every morning and you're repeating the same mistake and then you're complaining about it every night, you're not doing anything to fix it, you know? If you're constantly spending your whole life complaining about that job you have and the apartment you live in, but you still wake up and do the same routine every day, then you know you're doing yourself a disservice. You know? Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I know there's people who are stuck out there in the world, but there's always something you can do. You know, you can always set aside $5 a week. You know, little things. If that's all you can do at the time, will eventually snowball into big differences, and that's.
Because little by little make it much. So it's like, you know, and then the thing that we all sometimes forget is that little by little, it's a sacrifice. You know, you got to sacrifice, you know, that McDonald's meal one time, you know, or just little things that, you know, relate specifically to you. And then, you know, it takes an amount of discipline. So it's just like, it's sometimes tough, but, you know, if you want to see the beauty in the end of it, you just sometimes gotta, do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, just like you said, it's little things, little sacrifices. It's just like when when you got your own place, remember, and you were putting up shelves and whatever else. And I told you, what I tell you about tools.
Oh,
Because you're like, bro, you have everything. And I said, look, bro, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when you first met me, I had none of this.
Yeah.
But I started doing every month, every job, if I had to borrow 8 tools on a job, I went and bought 1.
Yeah.
And then that next job, guess what? I only had to borrow 7 tools, and I bought another one. And the next time, it's, and like you said, it's a slow thing. But if you're taking that time and you're buying just 1 tool at a time, if you look at it like, bro, I only have a screwdriver. Yeah, okay. You can be down on yourself for that. Yeah. Or 6 months from now, you can be like, look, I have a whole screwdriver set.
Fact.
And you're farther along 6 months than you would be if you just constantly look at it like, what am I going to buy just a screwdriver for?
100, bro.
If I just have 1 tool, what am I going to do with just 1 tool? It's like, well, guess what? That's better than no tools. Bro. And then next time you have 2, and then you have 3, and then eventually you have like I got, where it's, you can start doing things, and then you're learning how to fix things yourself, and then you're saving money. Bro, because you're not paying somebody, and it's a snowball effect of how your life will progressively get better if you just take that one little step at a time, one little thing.
Facts, bro, and I definitely appreciated that, bro. Like, cause and I was even telling other people like, yo, man, can you just like drill bit, man? Like, bro, I'm telling you, I was lit. So it's just like, and then not only that, but just the mental, confidence to give you like, well, yeah, James said he started with 1 tool, so it's just like. I'm gonna get there one day, and bro. You start doing,
and then you built that damn table and shit. You had damn near everything you needed because you were collecting your tools.
Facts.
But then you needed one more thing, and I helped you out with that. And then guess what? Now your collection's even farther. And like, if you look at you what you are now versus what 2 years ago when you first got that apartment. And I came over to mount that TV for you.
Bro.
So look at the difference now, from then to now, how much more you've learned, how much you've been able to do yourself, building your own table.
I was talking to my bro about that today, and I was telling him it's like good to have people like that you can, have certain milestones in your life that you can both reminisce on, like, yo, remember when, because you saying that, and me going through whatever I've been through, it's kind of like, yo, you right, bro. You mounted the TV and you know what I'm saying? Like, it was bare in there, bro. Matter of fact, that canvas right there was in there. That on the wall and
Yeah, nothing, bro. You had nothing.
Bro.
You had a mattress.
An air mattress.
You had an air mattress, bro. You had an air mattress and you wanted me to come mount a TV on a big ass TV on the wall. The ghetto fabulous apartment over there.
Yo, he was lit, bro.
I walked in. I thought you was showing me like the model like apartment. I'm like, oh, okay. You getting ready to move in here? You're like, nah, bro, I've been moved in here. Like, that shit was empty. It was carpet, bro. It was carpet. That was it.
Bro, I didn't even have a microwave, bro. Like
nothing. Literally, you had what looked like if I were walking in to see an apartment to rent.
Bro, that's growth, bro.
But then exactly, you gotta look at it and be like, look, you know what? Shit's happened between there and there. There's been negative, there's been down. We've all had our shit. But overall, in life, are you standing better now than you were then? And that's how you gotta look at it. You can't look at it as the daily, like, oh, this is going on, that's going on. Today sucked. My boss pissed me off. It's like, okay, but looking back a year ago, are you better in life? Are you progressing in life further than you were then? And that's the little shit you gotta try to pay attention to. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard for all of us, but
yeah. But bro, that's what's up, man. Like, so now, like, you know what? We 2021. So we're gonna look back at this point and then where we at, and then. That's how we just keep each other like motivated too, man. Like
slide towards me a little bit. A little bit more. There we go.
Would it be possible to put kind of like a reflection of like the cow in the thing? Like as if that's what's reflecting onto this helmet in the front? Not not the whole, but just a little. Kind of like how you did here, like how, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna see him my go to play with something.
Yeah, it feels like the UFO right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cause this is kind of like a new area filling shading as well, so I'm kind of like filling it out. It doesn't seem like it's too bad though.
Yeah, I mean, it's meaty. You got bigger traps, so get some girls to get that area tattooed, and they do not love it.
Yeah, I guess that'd be like a big difference too.
Yeah, you start fucking around that collarbone like here, you're gonna feel it a little bit more, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, yeah. You ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong.
Like, my guy, come on.
I'm still thinking about like the middle of my chest when I go there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shit, that's another thing Tay needs to finish up. We had this like dope thing start on his chest. He got started like years ago.
I thought he finished it.
Did we finish it? Nah, we. I don't. Well,
It is, I think. Cause
he's probably saying it's finished.
oh, but oh yeah. 'Cause
But I mean,
like,
I'd like to do another layer on it because we didn't get a lot of the main details, like in that pharaoh and shit.
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And that
like,
panther needs like a second run just to give it like those real rich blacks.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, essentially, it's pretty much finished. But you know how it is. You need those, just like your left arm. You know, we needed them sessions down here where we redarken some areas. We got some of them real rich blacks in there.
Yeah, that area right there, you know what I mean? Yeah, right.
It's like, ooh, bro, is it
Like, we was chilling all day, but
Yeah, it was fun earlier, but I think time's up now, homie.
it is therapeutic at the same time. I cannot lie.
It is definitely one of them things, like as painful it is, that makes you forget about all the other bullshit.
That's facts, bro.
You ain't stressing as much, cause
Yeah, you got something right here, right now to think
yeah,
about.
you kind of rethinking like, damn, okay, that shit wasn't that bad earlier. This,
Yeah.
the way this feels is way worse, so that wasn't that bad. Let me just go home and apologize to her real quick, cause
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need some love, cause this shit hurts.
Right. Well, oh yeah, I remember what I asked you. So that clock thing in front of me, you got another one, right? That's the same picture of a clock?
Well, so I got this one to my back left.
Okay, yeah, that's the
That's
one I
like
was
clocks on a
imagining.
tree and stuff.
Yeah, that was the one that was at, the other place that I kept in my memory. Because I knew it was like clocks leaking, but
Yeah.
it was that one. I wanted something like that, but, I just didn't know how to make it connect at the time. Because I did think that dripping clock was like a cool piece of art.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the meaning behind it and stuff.
Yeah, so the one behind me, so his original melting clock is just it's called the disintegration of the persistence of memory. So it's saying like how how time kind of affects your memories, how you remember things, how things seem to kind of disappear. A lot of things about it, talk about, that if, you break up with a girlfriend or your puppy dies, in that moment, right? Those memories of that are so vivid, so real, so deep, so emotional, versus as time goes on, you know, oh, did you have a puppy when you were little or something, a pet that died? I'm sure when you were younger, you're pretty upset about it, right? Losing it.
Yeah.
But you look back now, and no disrespect to your pet, but you probably, you don't really give much of a fuck, or that high school breakup you had, or that sweetheart where that was it, that was the love of your life, that was, y'all wasn't gonna get married, that was whatever. Now you're looking back like, the fuck was I thinking?
So do you feel like that concept is just a natural part of life?
Yeah, I mean, I think
have no control over it. Like the fact that over some time will basically essentially heal all, so to speak.
I think everything is just chemical responses. It's our natural instinct, that fight or flight, that survival. When we think of something we love, we have to have those natural instincts to where we get real scared of losing it, and that's what makes us defensive. So in nature, because think about it, if you didn't care, you had a little kid, and you was out a caveman living in nature, a bear or something like that's gonna snatch that shit up. Well, you know that, right? So you have to have that natural instinct, that response within your internal, that maternal, paternal instinct that makes you go, okay, I love this thing, I have to protect it, I have to keep it safe. Okay. So then when you lose that thing, it's natural for all the things in life. Whether it's a girlfriend, your favorite toy, whatever, because your mentality, that's why kids get so upset about shit. Because they don't understand what love is or any other things. They understand that this game is the best thing for them, and they want it, and they have to defend it, and if you take it away, they lose their shit.
Wow.
Alright, grab me one more of those green ones.
Ooh, lit. Now I know the process.
You just break them right off. Just flip one up. My man. For everybody still watching, we're getting ready to wrap up here. We're gonna do some final little highlight areas around the UFO abduction, and then we'll clean it off. We'll show you some pictures, and we'll wrap things up. So I think and that's what, going back to that, what I was saying is, I don't know if it's so much us forgetting or careless, but I think we just kind of learn and evolve that, yeah, maybe that person we thought was the one, we see now that we're smarter, more educated, like, nah, that shit would have never worked, no one for me. Or if we see whatever it may be, you stop caring about toys because you find a new thing you're into. Maybe you kind of forget about that old pet because you got a new pet, It's just moving on. Those chemicals are being replaced by something else. Which is why I say, with addiction, it's so bad. Like when you see people even quit smoking cigarettes, and they're chewing gum, just going out of style, or eating candy, or they have to replace it with some sort of new addiction. Something to keep that routine going for them. That's why so many rebound relationships are always so bad, because you don't really care about that person, but it just feels so good because you're keeping that routine, you're whatever, that comfortability.
representation of what, you know, a visual shows. So, and that's more so the reason why with my tattoos, as you can see, I don't use too many wording or, you know, letters. I just like the visual aspect of what I'm trying to, you know, portray. Like a lot of people have grown to love this the no cursing song. Cause it was like, cause you've seen one before, and it's just like, well, why'd you get that? Oh, because it's basically my visual of no negativity, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, that goes back to what we talked about, like when you first started coming in. Because I've always been just like you. I've always tried to tell people, because if I go, I want to get, you know, nothing against it, but I want to get like R.I.P. Grandma 1984 or whatever. And I'm like, bro, like, again, no disrespect, but you know your grandma's name, right? Yeah, okay. You know when she passed, right? It's important to you? Yeah. Why do you need to put it on?
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to do shit for other people. I was like, do something that symbolizes that love, that feeling, you know. And then when somebody asks about it, you be like, you know, that's for my grandma, you know, because you have that feeling behind it, that emotion behind it, instead of just a blank description. Like you said, you want to be able to interpret, you want to feel it, see it.
Like, you know, that was like kind of, you know, my creative side. Just like, okay, cool. I got a shark there, and I want to put this sign here, but let's have it so it look like he bit a chunk out of it. You know?
Yeah, that's that fun stuff.
But you know the most lit part is Patrick though, like just running like that's random, but you know, it just adds like a little bit of like humor, just like.
Yeah, it's the little things in there, you know. City life. Guys, that's gonna do it for our session today. You see it so far. Right, so we turned it in. We did some more contrast back. We have a little owl going on back here. Look, we kind of covered up an old atlas holding up the earth. And now we have this UFO that's abducting the cow, taking it off the planet. And we're coming around. Yeah, we have a little astronaut guy who's just gonna be kind of chilling on our moon, watching this whole cow abduction go down. So we'll see more coming forward in the future with that.
Follow me, Timmy the Tech Guy on Instagram and FWAG_official on Instagram. Actually got a shirt right here, matter of fact.
There you go, hold it up.
And this is like, you know, some of my merch that you guys can get here shortly if you want it. But yeah, holla at us.
Alright, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna hit to the ending screen, run one more ad. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Again, if you can support the channel by watching, we out.